Hi guys, it's Sheena from Teton Raptor Center and I'm here to give you all this week's patient update. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to kick things off by highlighting our release from last week. This was Bald Eagle 2-4, and as I promised, here are some photos of her release. So here she is flying back out into the wild, out near Basin, Idaho, in the location that she was originally picked up. Just as a reminder, this was the bird that had been shot and needed surgery on her metacarpus. So we're really excited to get her back out to the wild after having her since early February. Moving right along to our current patients, here we've got Turkey Vulture 515. Our staff is super excited about this bird as we don't get turkey vultures very often, and they are one of our favorite birds in the raptor world. So this bird came to us from Lander, Wyoming. She is completely emaciated. She's also got a fracture in her radius and ulna of her right wing. Here's a picture of her before surgery, and we're really excited because we got her through surgery. It was a rough surgery for her, as most orthopedic surgeries are, but she is currently stable and is recovering on supplemental oxygen in our ICU. Next up this week is Swainson's Hawk 515, and this bird comes to us from Victor, Idaho. We believe that he was involved in a car collision because he was found on the side of the road with obvious signs of head trauma. He's dealing with a concussion right now, but has no other fractures, which is a really great sign. And he is also living in the ICU at this current time, but we do hope that as he feels a little bit better, we'll move him to a larger space. Next up, we've got Swainson's Hawk 511. This bird also comes to us from Victor with a very similar injury, dealing with a severe case of head trauma after a car collision strike. However, this bird is recovering a little bit faster since he came in a few days sooner, and he's doing well so far. Next up is Great Horned Owl 4-2. This bird came to us from Lander, and he is flying now out in the flight barn. Here are some slow-mo videos of his flight. As you can see, it looks really symmetrical, which is something that we want to look for. And then with owls, we also have to make sure that they are capable of silent flight, and especially since he had some feather damage, we want to make sure that he's flying silently. Of course, there's no sound in this video, but I assure you his flight is nice and silent. Here we have Great Horned 330, and this is the bird that had been shot in the wing. He's recovering well. We had originally put him out in the flight barn and realized he needed a little bit more time in an enclosure where he wasn't flying around as much. Right now he's on a course of anti-inflammatory pain medication to help with any swelling or discomfort. So once he finishes that course of medication, we'll probably move him right back out to the flight barn, and he'll share that space with Great Horned Owl 4-2, and we'll start flight conditioning him. Next up, we've got Golden Eagle 313, and this is the bird that came in with a ruptured crop. He was out in the flight barn, but we think he might have pulled a muscle when he was undergoing some of that flight conditioning. So he's kind of in a similar boat to Great Horned Owl 330. He's also on a course of anti-inflammatory pain medication to help with any swelling or discomfort. And then once he finishes, he'll move right back into the flight barn, and we'll begin flight conditioning with him all over again. Last but not least this week is Golden Eagle 39, and this is the bird with a minor metacarpus fracture. The fracture has completely healed. However, he does have some severe feather damage to that right wing. You can kind of see it a little bit in this video, but once those feathers fully grow back in, we can begin flight conditioning. It just takes a long time for feathers to grow back in. So this process will probably take a few more weeks, if not at least a month or so. All right, that's all we've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed learning more about our birds. Remember that if you want to do your part to help keep wild birds wild, you can check out our website at tetonraptorcenter.org and make a donation. That donate link is written down below in the comments section, so you can click on it and it'll take you right there. All right, bye.